Hey guys, it's Katie, and I'm here today to do the musical theater book tag. I was tagged several months ago by Emma from Emma Rosen Books, and this looks like a fun tag, and as per usual, I'm going to try my hardest not to answer any of the questions with ROTE things, because I just want to try and branch out. Whether I succeed or not is a completely different story, but I'm going to try. So let's see how this goes, and let's just get into it. Number 1, Wicked. Favorite fictional friendship. Oh boy, there are a lot of friendships that I really enjoy in books, but the one that I always seem to think of, or that comes to my mind, is Frodo and Sam from The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. They are like the OG friendship for fantasy, and I absolutely adore them and their friendship. I mean, Sam is a gardener who works for Frodo, and he just ups his whole life to go on this epic quest with Frodo to destroy this evil ring of power, and their relationship is never the same after that journey together. And so I just absolutely 125% adore them. 2, Sweeney Todd. Favorite villain. Favorite villain. See, okay. So the thing about this question is I love villains. They are arguably my favorite characters. I just find them so interesting, and so there's just always so much more to them than meets the eye, and so I really like them. And while I know that this is, once again going to be a similar answer, an answer that I've used a lot, I'm going to say Severus Snape. I really like Snape as a character. I find him to be fascinating. I just have a thing for morally gray characters, let's just be honest here. But I really, really like Snape's character, how I think he's one thing and then he's kind of something else for a little while, but then he goes back to being something else completely, and it's just, honestly, just the best whiplash, and I really enjoy his character for it. Do I think that what he did was absolutely terrible? You bet. Like, I definitely think he had some major issues that needed to be worked on, and just he shouldn't have been teaching in the mindset that he had. He just was not a good person for a lot of the books, but I liked the constant back and forth, like more to him than meets the eye / double triple agent situation. I was just definitely a fan of that. Number 3, Phantom of the Opera. Favorite love triangle. Okay, so disclaimer, I am not the hugest love triangle person, not just because I don't like the trope, but most of it has to do with I just don't think certain love triangles are written well. In fact, they really have to be something spectacular for me to love them. And I don't know why I'm thinking this, because they're not my favorite love triangle by any means, but they're the first trio that pops into my head, and that's Peeta, Katniss, and Gale from the Hunger Games trilogy. Their dynamics were really interesting. I liked seeing their interactions with each other and their relationships. Like Katniss had, a specific relationship with Gale from the time that she was a kid all the way up to her adulthood, and they've been through a lot together. But then Katniss's relationship with Peeta, because of the Hunger Games and them being tributes together from District 12, and just kind of seeing that whole thing develop. I don't know, I just really liked seeing the dynamics from both of them, but they're not really my favorite love triangle by any means. I don't know. Number 4, The Lion King. Favorite sidekick. I don't know if he's a favorite, but I really like Solovey from the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. He's a sassy, snarky, pure horse, and I absolutely adore him and his character and just his overall interactions with Vasya as time goes on. Solovey is just a really, really great character. As I said, I don't know if I'd say that he's a favorite, but he's definitely one that I really, really enjoy. Number 5, Grease. Least favorite ending. I hated the ending to the Grisha trilogy. I just really did. I mean, there are quite a few endings that I can think of that I really didn't like, but that one I definitely really had a visceral reaction to. I just was not a fan of how that trilogy ended. Number 6, Matilda. Favorite adaptation of a book. I'm assuming that this means like a book to movie or TV show adaptation. So one of my favorite adaptations is the Game of Thrones series that HBO did. I think it's really, really great. And from talking to a lot of people who've read the books, I've heard that several people prefer the show to the books, which I find really interesting. I haven't read the books. I've read snippets here and there, but I'm planning on hopefully starting that later this year. But I'll be interested to see if I feel similarly. But the little that I know about the books versus how the show is done, I'm probably just gonna say that is going to be one of my favorite adaptations. And number 7, Les Mis, favorite death in a book. So I'm assuming that this might be like best well-written death, or a death that you really like because it was written well, or that the character deserved it, kind of a thing. And I'm really trying hard not to pick ROT for this because there are a lot of phenomenal character deaths in that, so I'm just gonna not say that, even though I'm saying that. You feel me? Okay. But I also really liked, and the book that I'm picking for this is The Song of Achilles. I'm not going to say whose death in particular I'm talking about. I'm sure you can figure it out if you've read the book. But that is full of really, really, really well-written character deaths that just tears your heart out and stomps on it times 5 billion. So, yeah, obviously. But anywho, those are all the questions. I had a really fun time doing this tag, even though I kind of broke some of my rules. I'm trying to slowly break the mold and not use the same 5 books over and over again. I sort of failed, but I sort of did okay. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I'm probably going to tag a couple of people down in the description. I can't necessarily think of people off the top of my head who I think would really, really love doing this. But if you are watching this and you want to do it, I say feel free to go ahead and jump right on it. But other than that, that's about all I've got. You know the drill at this point. I've got both of my social media links down below. I have a Twitter, which is @ASeaofTomes, which is the same as my handle here. So it should be pretty easy for you guys to find, and come talk to me over there, and we can have all kinds of crazy, fun conversations about all the things. I've also got a Goodreads linked down below if you want to see what I'm reading and how I'm sort of generally feeling about stuff before, I talk about it here. And I will come back with another video for you guys again soon. Catch you later.